Hello, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to AgroForests with a very overloaded trailer. I've got the bales picked up from these two fields. They're on the trailer. I've got the case on the John Deere Ripper. Now, I was going to swap that out for the case Ripper, but I thought just change tractors, Phil. The wheat field down the bottom there is doubly fertilised, all ready to go. Just needs rolling. So that I've gone the wrong way. No, it'd be down there. So yeah, so that's. But we don't have a roller. The grass field's all done, but that also needs a rolling. So we probably should get on to that as well. Now this needs to go in the this needs to go into the bale storage barn down by the dairy barn. Excuse me. And I've gone a really stupid way. However, I am very impressed with my bale stacking. Is it just the truck I caught on there, or have I caught the trailer and he won't go around the corner? No, it's just a truck. It was just a truck, Mum! But yeah. So we need a roller for rolling things. Oh, it is. I really don't want to tip this. It took long enough to... Oh, it took long enough to get the bales on the trailer. I don't want to have to reload them. That and the fact the weight on the Super Duty is pulling to one side and it keeps tipping up. Sorry. So yeah, so that field needs rolling as well. As I say, I've got the case on the John Deere Ripper to plough the field. I've got the John Deere with the doohickey, the baler down at the other field, ready for baling purposes. Along with a telehandler, so we have 46 straw bales. Yeah, along with the telehandler, that's down there as well. The JCB for loading this guy. I got the excuse me. I got the Ford with the disc and the fertilizer spread. What I want to do is I want to get this field ploughed. We're going to fertilise and disc it, and then do the same with this field, and then probably leave those fields until next year, and we'll plant sugar beets in one and something else in the other one. I'm not entirely sure what. Still waiting for the cornfield to be ready. Stop this here. Yeah, so I've got the JCB on the front thingy. This and that. This field still needs a baling. So that's where we're at with that. I have a bounce around quickly. Where is it? Here it is. The Ripper runs at 9 miles an hour, and the case has no problems. Should have just put on a case in the first place and not on the Ford, but you know, you live and learn. Live and learn. So let's hop to the stores quickly and we'll lease ourselves a roller. That's the cheapest one I got. That's a little bit dodge. I got this. Ah, I didn't mulch before, did I? But it is so rolls and mulches. 2 birds, 1 stone. Let's get it as a roller. Probably only going to mulch next year. So for this year, we'll just leave it as is. I need a tractor. Any tractor, give me a tractor. Grab this guy. Now I need to, I was talking to Wasteland, I need to diversify over the winter because we're going to run out of money. I've got nothing to sell, no milk, no animals, nothing. I have nothing to sell and I got 47 grand to my name. So dull. Well, we could have a shifty, see if there's any contracts we could do. But at the moment, we're kind of up a creek without a paddle. Yeah, I wouldn't mind getting the rolling done, get that field ploughed today. And we'll always kip through till tomorrow. I think the animals are all good. Yeah, we have some ploughing contract down there. That's not a bad price. Goats, still waiting for them to grow up. We've got some chickens. Probably got some eggs we can sell. Not a lot, but we have eggs. They're not worth an awful lot of anything. And they're not worth an awful lot of anything. So, yeah. As I say, we don't have an awful lot of anything. Now, hang on, let's go back. I've downloaded this MAAG pack. I say pack. There's a few implements in the same thing, right? Few design things. Where's it gone? I had this on... not sure if it's the same modder, but I was using this on Angela's Whispering Hollow. And when I left the worker to do it, it wouldn't do it. It used to, well, it kept bouncing around and driving around in circles, so I'm not sure whether the roller's going to be any better, to be honest. But, you know, I've got to do it myself, I've got to do it myself. It's not the end of the world, is it? When I got enough tractors and stuff for workers to be doing their thing while I do mine. So, not the end of the world. But I do want to get all this rolled. This will be our grass field. Where's it gone? Yeah, rolling's disappeared. I was tempted to grass that. Just because. I think I'd have a better job with grass on there than I will crop. I better, it'll be easier than trying to cart grain up and down that hillside. I mean, the other option I got is to just sell it. Just sell that field. But I bought a working farm and it had these fields, so don't know. I just don't know. Also, this field was ploughed and reseeded, and I have a section of field in this corner that's got a disked texture rather than that one. But it wasn't disked. No disking was involved. Don't know. Just don't know why that didn't work. Spin this round here. There we go. Right. I'll get this rolled, and then I'll get a worker on the wheat field to roll that, providing this will work with a worker, but I'll get this done. And then we'll get the field that the case is on fertilised and disked, and the case can jump across to the other field. Right, I'm going to shut up, put some tunes on. You might get a few tunes because I want to get some stuff done. And my kids are being very noisy, so see you in a bit. Hello, and I'm back. Yeah, that guy's nearly finished ploughing over there. I think that guy's almost on the headlands, so that's the rolling done and the ploughing done. We got the rolling done on the first field. This field has been fertilised, and I am disking the field to get the fertiliser in the ground and to make the ride a bit smoother when it comes to seeding. is what I'm currently doing. Bit of a random episode. I planned on doing a bit more of a few things, but as I mentioned before, yeah, the kids had other ideas. So I said to the missus, be about an hour, get a video done for you guys. So I've been playing for just over an hour, so I'm gonna get it in the neck. It is what it is. She loves me to bits, hopefully. Yes, off screen I'll get the rest of this skin done. I'll probably get that field fertilised and disked. I think the next time you see me, this will be ready to harvest. This and this and this will all be done. So that'll be next time you see us. We'll be in field 34, and we will be harvesting some corn, which means I need to get some contracts done off screen, or find out when's the best time to sell some grains. Obviously, not all of them, because we do need to keep a couple for the chickens. But yeah, that's where I'm at. So next time, corn harvest, which will probably be next month, October or November. I'm hoping closer to October, is what it is. Anyway, I'll get some stuff done next time you see me. Corn. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it there, guys. As always, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Each and every one of you, please take care, and I'll see you all in my next adventure. It was a bit of a strange one this time. I do apologise. Normal service will resume next time. Bye bye.